You're on the internet. Start. Okay. Today, let us understand what are the reality checks for realization. Because in our spiritual journey, go through various stages, and because we don't know the end point, destination, every stage appears to be beautiful. It is like a climbing a mountain. Okay. Because we are not gone to the top of the mountain, we don't know what is there. And from any point in the mountain climbing, the scenery below looks very beautiful. They don't know the mountain peak, or you don't know what is there at the mountain peak. Every point of time, you start thinking that you are arrived. You reach there, you're almost there, or you're there. And every point appears to be a beautiful place to settle down. There's a story. One person wanted to get money, and he knows that money is there's some lot of wealth buried in the forest. He goes, and on the way he find a monk in meditation. He asks the monk, "Where can I find some wealth?" The monk gives him direction. Go 1 kilometer, find a tree below the dig, and you'll get something. This person goes there, and he goes digs there, and he finds silver coins. So he's very happy. He comes and goes down to the monk and uses all the silver coin, builds a bungalow, and enjoys life. After some time, again he wants to come get some more money, and he comes and asks the monk. And monk shows another tree, tells another tree, go there. So there he finds golden coins. He brings that and starts using it, builds a business, very happy. Now again, next after he exhausts that, again he goes to the monk. Then monk says, you go a little bit further, you'll find another tree. Below that something is there. Now this person starts getting a doubt. If monk knows so much of wealth in the forest, why he is not going and picking it himself? I guess he is sitting on below him. There must be big wealth. There must be a lot of wealth. So then he asks monk, What is the wealth you have? Where there must be some big wealth in this place where you're sitting." Yes, yes, there is there. There is peace. So inner peace. Even after getting so much of wealth, you're not peaceful. I don't want any wealth. I'm peaceful. That is the wealth. So what happens is that in our spiritual journey, we come across many experiences, the divine visions, the divine intuitions, okay, and lot of sensations in the body, joyful sensations, or some pains also. So many times we get stuck, like this guy going and getting stuck with the gold or silver. Everything is good, but that's not the end point. So we start thinking that we have arrived, and we live in that illusion. When I say we, the ego, and you start talking about your experience to all the people because you think you are something gifted, you are special. What you don't realize is that nobody is special. From the universal point of view, everybody is same. So you have some experiences. No doubt they motivate you to go further, but never get stuck to experience. So the key guideline in spiritual practice is that do not crave for any experience. Do not seek any experience. Whatever experience comes, just accept it. Do not repeat and wait for the experience again tomorrow. If you meditate today, you got some experience. Tomorrow, don't crave for experience. All these experiences are temporary in nature. They come and go. They're more like dreams. Don't get stuck to that. Then there are a lot of subconscious impressions can give you some indications, or superconscious mind can give you some indications. So now the question is, am I getting something by subconscious mind or superconscious mind? Subconscious mind impressions are always related to mundane things, your house, your family life, your mental condition, your job. Superconscious understanding is always related to some spiritual truth. There is a way of verifying spiritual truth. Either talk to your guru and understand, is this spiritual truth? Or read some scriptures, try to correlate whatever spiritual truth you have, is it same? A spiritual truth has certain characteristics. First thing is universal in nature. Okay. The God is same for me, or somebody in America, somebody in Australia. God is not going to be changing. It is same God. We're all children of that one God. The truth or God is universal in nature. So whatever you experienced, has it universality in that? Is what you have to question. That's the question you have to ask. Second thing you have to ask is it about mundane things? Why God comes and talks to you about mundane things? It can give you some comfort. I'm not saying so emotional comfort, but I'm speaking of spiritual truths. The spiritual truth has a universal value: love, compassion, wisdom. Is your experience in having any of these universal values? So now another genuine spiritual experience which comes from the higher part of the mind or superconscious mind has a transformative value in your life. That means you become a better person deep inside. Have you transformed? Have you become a better person? This is the question you have to have. There are two types of realization, two types of experience. One is empirical experience and spiritual experience. Empirical experience is related to the world. The mind is involved. The mind and intellect intervene in the empirical experience. So any vision, any communication with the divine will have a mind component in that. The mind can be subconscious mind or superconscious mind, which can corrupt the communication. If it's superconscious mind, it's good because you get some truth. But the characteristic nature of the empirical experience is there is three: the knower, know, and knowledge. I am the knower. There's something known. God is known, and there's knowledge. This is what we call triputi. This is the nature of any experience which involves the mind and ego. Whereas a transcendental experience, which is beyond the mind is silent, intellect is silent, body is silent, ego is silent. There's an experience which happens in the transcendental state. That experience is called transcendental experience, where there's no corruption which takes place because of mind, intellect, and ego. So in the transcendental experience, there's no possibility of any error because there's no corruption. So in the transcendental experience, there's no triputi. The knower, known, knowledge is not there. You experience the divine truth as pure awareness, pure consciousness. That pure awareness is pure knowledge called pradnana. Pradnana has no concept of ignorance or knowledge. It is beyond knowledge and ignorance. It's pure. There is no subject and object. The subject-object duality goes. This is the state of this transcendental experience, realization. So you have to ask whether my experience has this reality. The triputi has gone or not. Many times in spiritual life, We think whatever wisdom comes, whatever it's coming from God as inspiration. For all you know, it may be your subconscious impressions which is corrupting it. A seeker of truth should go after truth, not after experiences. A seeker of truth, or realization, or God should seek truth. What is truth? Truth is universal in nature. It doesn't depend on my religion or my culture. Truth is time independent. It is eternal in nature. Truth is about infinite. The mind, whatever mind is experiencing as divine form, is finite. Truth is Sat, eternal. Truth is consciousness, Chit. Truth is bliss. Now, many times we confuse happiness with bliss. In meditation, we get a lot of joy, a lot of happiness. Okay. Now, these are all temporary in nature. This is the mind. A bliss is eternal in nature. Bliss is not coming up and going. Bliss is serenity where there is non-duality. There's no other. That's bliss. The closest example of bliss I can give is you're experiencing deep sleep. There's no other. There's bliss. The happiness is, oh, I ate a jalebi, or I'm very happy. That's mental. So a genuine spiritual experience is truth, satyam, chit, consciousness, bliss, ananda. That's called transcendental experience. So if you have a genuine spiritual experience, a transcendental experience, there's a deeper transformation which happens in you. Your self-identity shifts, self-awareness shifts. Now, after transcendental experience, again you come back to the body and mind, because you have to operate in the world. You have to come back to empirical experience. Whatever sage is, any enlightened sage, if he has to operate in the world, he has to use the body and mind. Okay. So don't think that the transcendental experience will be there throughout. The transcendental experience, you have recognized the self. There's a self-recognition takes place, and then you come back. Okay. Then when you have an empirical experience, you have an ego, which is the ripe ego, which is transformed ego. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to say that the ego after self-realization is a ripened ego or transformed ego. Whereas ego before self-realization is a raw ego. So ego before self-realization is I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect. Ego after self-realization is I am the divine child. I am one with consciousness. I am an amsha of the divine. I am a part of the divine. So this is the ego which you operate. And why this ego is there? For performing some meaningful functions in society, maybe teaching, whatever is that. But the ego has transformed. There appears to be ego, but there's no really a solid ego. So it's like a rope is there. After burning the rope, it will appear like a rope, but it's not real rope. Similarly, a realized person may appear to have some ego, but it's actually burnt ego or ripe ego. But again, when he comes back to the world, okay, there is a sense of empirical experience. But the empirical experience is taken in the light of self-realization. Okay, so in this sense, the world was real before realization. The consciousness is unreal. Now, after realization, consciousness becomes reality. The world becomes a dream. So this shift happens. The question is, are you seeking truth, or are you seeking experience? All experience are at the mental level. Truth is beyond the mind. You have to transcend the mind. That's why it is said the spiritual seeking, spiritual realization, or spiritual path is a walk on the razor's edge. When you walk on the razor's edge, there's any possibility, any time you can fall off. That is not saying it is difficult. It's not about saying about difficulty. It is about your own temptations, illusions. Okay. Every time you start getting what satisfies ego, you start taking it as realization, then you're trapped.